Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's very special episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. My name is Sunny. I'm here with my co-host Caleb and our very, very special guest, Mr. Tatsym. How are
Yo,
you doing?
what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Top Cut podcast. I'm doing fine. We are currently also live on my stream, and yeah, here to have a good time.
Everybody, if you don't know, Tatsym is a streamer on Twitch. He also has his YouTube channel. Links to both of those will absolutely be in the description below.
Yeah, I also have a YouTube channel. Someone just came into my chat like a little while ago, and he said, "Wait, do you have a YouTube channel?" And he was following for like over 2 months, and I was like, "What? How do you not know this?" Whatever.
The funny thing to me about the YouTube channel is that that's actually where I ingest most of my content from you because of the time zone difference. It's hard
Yeah.
for me to catch your streams.
Yeah, that's
So.
understandable. There are almost two separate media forms right now anyway. It's really, there's almost no crossover, except that sometimes on stream I record a deck profile or a video, but that's it. Between YouTube to Twitch, there's nothing. So, yeah.
I know that Caleb has been watching the Axel Benoit deck profile a lot.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, just today I watched it like 3 times.
Big Madolche fan.
But yeah. I've been trying to build and learn the deck.
Yeah, Axel played it well at the YCS. Very happy that someone tagged me on Facebook that he wanted to do an English deck profile, and I sent him a message, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." It's kind of like low key. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, I just like, "Do you know who I am?" And he was like, "Yeah, I know that you commented as my match." And I was like, "Okay, do you know I have a YouTube channel?" He's like, "Yeah, sorta." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." But yeah, he got on, and I got really happy about that. I did specifically ask to have it exclusively on my channel because that just helps. But he was very chill about it. He came on the Monday stream. It was his birthday, so hope he had a happy birthday. We all congratulated him on stream, and it was a very fun time. Yeah, great chill guy. French player, definitely French player. I love the accents. But yeah, he has his own French YouTube channel, but he wanted to share it in English. So yeah, I gave him a platform, and video's doing great. And honestly, it was just a great achievement for him to get into the top 4 with Madolche of all things.
Oh yeah, no, I was certainly very excited whenever I saw it.
It was really hype.
So I think though he was playing kind of like a D shifter and hand trap variant, like heavy D shifter and hand trap build. I don't know if that's the norm for Madolche or not, but
I think if your deck can run shifter, you are running shifter. I think that's just like a rule, right? What is arguably the most broken hand trap in the game? Oh, it's shifter. Okay, again, I guess we were playing it. And he can resolve shifter twice in a duel, so it seems fair.
Yeah, he can still play under shifter.
So there are actually combos to recycle shifter. Like if he goes first, he can do shifter and then add it back to hand later, and then shifter is still in effect, and you can just shifter again. It's actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of quick play news before we get too far into the podcast. I think we want to talk about the Inzektor Create a Card first.
Yes. Okay. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization had a big update on the Grand Creators, the entire set. But one of the big things was we now actually kind of have what the effect of the Inzektor card. It's at the bottom in the blue section. Let's see. It says this dynamic spell card can pull an Inzektor monster or equip spell out of your deck and either special summon it or equip it to an Inzektor monster. So that's kind of stupidly powerful.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll help for sure.
It will help for sure. I mean, how do you make any deck good? Any deck. Just give it a barrage and make it work with the deck. And that's just discard. It's insane. But to be honest, to pull a deck out of the grave, it's 1000% necessary to print this. But this is just so. I think it's cool. I think it's exactly what we needed and wanted for the deck. If you wanted Insector support, but I feel like this could have been a card for literally any deck that was made into the poll, right? Just for if it's a spell card, summon a Fire King from deck, then you can destroy a card in your hand. Summon a Hazy Flame from deck and attach one from hand. Summon a Lightsworn from deck, a mill 3. I think that would have just all been like a very easy answer. But it is kind of insane that they did it. The card is perfect. It's super, super good, and it's not even broken because it's Insector.
It's like E-Telly plus.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just Barrage. Barrage for every deck. It's just Barrage. It's so good.
It's almost. I wonder if this will make the Insectors splashable in the new Bee Trooper archetype.
No, if it said just insect at any point in that card effect, then absolutely.
Yeah, but it turns it into a link extender because it's a free monster on board.
That could be a thing. I mean, it's just Barrage, but
right.
We'll have to wait until the full effect. It might just lock you into Insectors.
Yeah, we'll have, like he said, we'll have to wait for the full actual card text to figure out the full ins and outs of it.
I think that if it locks you into Insectors, obviously it's not worth playing, but otherwise you could see a small Insector package in Bee Troopers similar to the Zodiacs within Tri-Brigade. Just enough to extend, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, insects are kind of awful, so would be fine, honestly.
Yeah. Any support they can get.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Okay, now let's see. Moving on into the Agent Structure deck, we got the full deck list. The other reprints that we're getting that weren't really talked about before. We got Vanity's Ruler, Soul of Purity and Light, Zeradias, Herald of Heaven, the Barrier Statue of the Heavens, Cupid Volley, Demise of the Land, Miraculous Descent, and Ring of Destruction.
I mean, these are all cards. Yes. It will have 0 impact on the TCG deck list because we don't even know for sure that we're getting this in the TCG. But I mean,
still,
it would be nice. It would be nice if we got this exact list.
Oh, absolutely. Particularly with the common reprint of Nibiru.
Vanity's Ruler, Lancea, Herald of the Orange Light, Eva, Nip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Creature Swap.
There's quite a few generically just good cards here.
If Duster is going to be in here, this is just going to be another Charmer Structure deck. It's insane.
Yeah.
Herald of the Orange Light is actually a pretty low-key, really good reprint. I mean, that card, I think US dollar, like the commons are like $8-9. So
of which card?
Herald of the Orange Light.
Oh yeah, it's just difficult to find right now.
Mm-hmm. The last bit of quick play news I wanted to hit is one that we actually did not talk about before because I just noticed it. Is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Duel closed beta has been announced. So you can apply for it until August 15th. There's recommendations for specs and things of that sort. And a whole list of things you can and cannot do and say. But it's very interesting. You can follow the link through YG Organization to go apply to be in the closed beta with it, which is very interesting. I guess we'll get more information on this sooner than we thought.
Which is good. I mean, unless they were going to be required. There's possibility they might be required to sign an NDA. Which case,
without a doubt.
Yeah, which case, there's probably not a whole lot of information we'll be getting, but it does show that they're actually concerned about whether or not it'll be functional. So that's good, at least.
No gameplay, no hype. Those are the rules.
I was actually a closed beta tester for EA Games for about a year, and them doing an open beta is pretty interesting to me.
It's
Most
weird
of the
that
time,
Konami does this.
it's extremely weird. I think that the thought of getting the actual community into the game to test it means that they want less bug fixes and results and more community opinion, which is significant from Konami.
I mean, I can go like a little bit deeper on this if you want to. I think that the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Next thing, I think it's kind of a rebirth for Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that they are just showing their hand. This is what it's gonna be like. This is what we are working to. Like all their chips are on this. They're gonna make the game better. They're gonna make the game greater. They're gonna Master Duel is just gonna be it. I don't think there will be flaws. I don't think the payments will suck. I think that this will be it. I think that they know what they're doing. This is the last step that they needed, and I think that this is like everything that the game would ever need. And like opening this for a beta, I think that they are opening this for the beta, not even for cross duels, because honestly, who cares, right? But I think that they are doing this as a beta to see how a beta for Master Duel would work.
Very
I think that
Thought
they,
possible.
about that.
I think that they just have a giant plan. They're making this out perfect. Everything that they're doing, everything that they've revealed so far, everything they're talking about and how they talk about it, is that this is going to be it. And if this isn't going to be it, then it's never going to be anything. That's what I think is the situation right now.
I think it's a very interesting take on it. And I don't know, man, Tatsum, you might have a little bit more information than most, Mr. Konami.
I have no
Adjacent
information.
individual.
I have zero information. I know nothing. But I do. I have faith in Konami. I know. Like, just look at the even they are admitting in their presentation that Link Evolution, it was only made for anime and never made for proper gameplay. They know exactly what they're doing. They're just waiting until the right time. And their hand is a little bit forced because Pokemon and Magic already have Sims. But if this goes right, the player base can be doubled, if not tripled, if not
For sure.
tenfold. Honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh! Can outbeat
Sky's
Magic
the
and
limit.
Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be the biggest TCG on the world. It's all literally just realistic. And if Master Duel will succeed, we can look at a future where we have proper esports, proper player recognition, proper like pricing or local stuff. Like, I don't know if you have seen that update on organization, but the OCG, like Yu-Gi-Oh! In every region has a point system where you can earn points by winning locals and events. And the more points you have, the higher you are in the rankings. And in the OCG, you can use those points to get goodies now. So I think that's going to be something for the OCG or for the TCG as well. I think that this is going to be like serious. Everything is pointing to Yu-Gi-Oh! Being huge in the next 10 years. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen.
Is that similar to the UDS point system, to where you could use them to not only enter, but because I know if you went to the UDS, you could use your points to get like lanyards and keychains and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's sort of like that, but then more universal. That's how the OCG.
Okay.
I think I might be wrong on this, but I know that they have like point systems for locals for like tournaments, and that you can get like sleeves and play mats, for that stuff. So it's pretty dope.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, like if we get that over here, that'd be incredibly nice. Oh my lord.
I've been #1 ranked player in the Netherlands for the past 4 years, so I hope I can use my points for something.
Oh,
That's not impressive, by the way. That's just going to locals. It's not impressive. That's just
It's
locals
still
3 times a week.
interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? It's more than that, because as we're about to transition, this is amazing transition, Sonny. You won top 5 extravaganzas in a row. Only person to do that.
I was the only Benelux player. Benelux, there was one English and one German guy that also did it in their regions, but I am the only Benelux player that has topped all 5 Benelux extravaganzas. Yes.
Maybe not just locals, people.
Maybe.
Maybe
Okay.
Tatsym also goes to each regional and nationals, but maybe.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to transition into more of a interview style. And in the meantime, we're going to take a quick ad break.
Hey everyone, it's Caleb, also known as Jam the Man, here with our sponsor, Anchor. Anchor makes making a podcast incredibly easy. It has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, then distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many, many more. They even let you make money from your podcast right from the very start. Everything you need to make your own podcast. The best part? It's free. So go and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get started today. And now, back to the podcast.
All right, that's good enough for me. So, as we move forward into the interview, I want to talk a little bit more about your time as both a player and a creator. The first thing is your time as a player. How did you start out into the game? What brought you in?
I started 8 years ago when I was in. I don't know how the American school system works. It was like the school before college. Middle school,
for us,
was it for you?
For us, it's high school.
High school, yeah. I went to that was in high school. I was in the 4th out of 5 years. And I always loved Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid. You know, I had the decks. I didn't know how to play. But I also was kind of a little bit of a loner back then. I wasn't really one of the popular kids like on like when I was really young. And then in high school, it all kind of just happened. And like around the 3rd or 4th year, I got a little bit more social, etc. But then a couple of friends, they were starting to become friends, but at that time they weren't. They just said, I just saw them playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, oh, that's cool. They said, you want to play? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, why not? I still had the cards back home. I knew exactly where they were because I still loved the game, but I just never had a chance to do anything with them. So we started playing at school. People thought that we were weird. I was finally having fun with Yu-Gi-Oh! For the first time in my life, so I really didn't care. And yeah, we were looking around in where we live, and there just was no local scene, nothing. So we went to the local toy store, and they had like a couple of packs, or like they had like 2 tins. That's all they had for Yu-Gi-Oh! Later, we also found a game store that was brand new. It was literally like weird timing. They were only there for like 3 weeks. We found them and we went in and we were like, do you have Yu-Gi-Oh? And he was like, no, I don't. But if you come back next week, I'll have Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, okay. So then the week after that, we came back and he horribly mispriced his booster box. So we bought the entire box for really cheap, for like €2 per pack, which normally is 4. So it was profit. I mean, that's how you keep the kids in, right?
Yeah, talk about stonks.
Exactly. And he was like, okay, I see that you are. We were like with 6 people, and he was like, okay, so you guys want to play like locals? You know, we're just a new store. We want to have like a small community going. We were like, yeah, we would love that. He was like, yeah, I know a friend. So that's when my one of the best friends in my life ever, Danny, came into the picture, and he started organizing locals. And our first local was like just bad players. It was so fun. It was just kids having fun, and it was won by like the best kid with the like Georgia Karakuri or something, and even then that wasn't good. It was but that's kind of where it started, and then some other people joined as well, and that's where it started a little bit for me. There was like one guy that was really good. It was like really good. He was better than the rest. It wasn't by far like any like big shot, but he was just better, and we were all just like aiming to be better. So just a journey together with friends, all wanting to improve. That's how I basically started 8 years ago. And I really started to take the game serious when I bought Burning Abyss in 2015. Not really sure when Duelist Alliance came out. But I bought the deck 2014. I'm old.
That's when we quit the game. We'd already been playing for 4 years at that point, and we quit the game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been playing for 1 year, 2 years, I think. I bought money from my mom. She gave me money to buy a deck because I said, I want to do this. She's like, fine, here's €200. I was like, yes. Because I was very young. It's 2014, that was 6 years ago. I was 17. Yeah. So I had a job, but it was like at a supermarket and I didn't earn any money. So like €250 actually like a lot. And I bought BA, and that was kind of this where everything went wrong. And at that point, I considered myself as like actually properly playing the game.
Right. Yeah,
So yeah,
that
just,
must mean we're around the same age then, because I was about 17 in 2014.
yeah, I'm 24. I'm almost 25 right now.
I'm 24. I'll turn 25 in a couple of weeks.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm older than you. I turn 25 next week.
I'm the 24th.
I'm on the 14th.
Ah.
You're so young. All these youngsters. Podcasts.
Oh man, all these Yu-Gi-Oh boomers out here.
Man, that makes me feel old.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, Caleb.
That's good. I'm 28.
I don't know if you guys have the same, but when I started, I was the youngest between like older men. They were all like 22 to like 28. And now, because people play and people leave, and people play and people leave, and from our original group, there were only 2 players left right now. But now I'm the older of the group. It's really funny. Like it's
I know what you
me,
mean.
and then the rest is like significantly younger at this point. Like the oldest guy is like, I don't know. I guess there's one that's like older, but like my best friend, Suffer White Joe, is like 21, and I'm like, so young, Jesus.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, Caleb and his best old man impression.
Impression?
Yeah.
It's just Caleb speaking.
Yeah, that's just how he talks. So that's what kind of brought you into Yu-Gi-Oh! And did you take any breaks from the game, or have you just been playing pretty much nonstop?
Pretty much nonstop. No
Oh,
real.
yeah.
I never quit. I never had the idea where I was like, I will not play this format, or I will not play this game. I have always loved the game, even in Bent FTK, Spiral Tier 0 format, Bent Tier 0 format. I have never had the idea that I didn't want to play or anything.
We probably would not have stopped playing if all of our stuff hadn't gotten stolen, but at that point it's just like, you know what, I'm just done. I quit.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That sucks. I've always said that
Yeah.
if my deck gets stolen, I quit. That's just that's it.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Oh, that's fucking sucks.
Yeah, I was loaning Caleb like half of a Dolce deck, and he was playing it in a tournament. And mid-tournament, the deck got stolen. It was basically like half his, half mine. I was like, yeah, we're both done. You got 2 in 1, guy.
People, man, people. I hate people sometimes.
And you dog when Karakuri geared you. That deck was meta at that time.
Oh, it wasn't. Not his version.
Oh, not
Trust.
his version. Okay.
That's fair.
Trust. It was not. Oh, I think it was actually not Karakuri. I think it was Gadget Gear. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Might
was
have also been it.
Oh, yeah.
That was never meta.
We all didn't play meta. Trust. That was actually like. I wish I had my deck list of Spellcaster Control.
Caleb, when we first started playing, what were we playing?
Of course.
Yes. Sonny over there was playing Spellcast.
Spellcaster Control.
I was playing Dragon Beat.
Did you think that Magician Circle was the most broken card ever?
We came back into the game a year ago, and when we came back into the game, I read all the Dark Magician cards. I'm like, this is the best deck in the game. I don't know why everybody's not playing this. And I bought everything. I bought 3 Magician Souls. I bought the Circles, the Eternal Soul. I literally bought everything. I spent like $500 to $600 in Dark Magician. Played it in 2 tournaments. I was like, wait, this sucks. And I completely sold everything off.
I still have some Pimp if you want it for sale.
Wait, you still have what? I'm curious. What are we talking about here?
I have Jump Apprentices if you want them. I have a Dual Terminal Dark Magicians. They have balls on them. They're amazing. Trust. And I have a Ebon Illusion Magician Jump as well. Because I also have Dark Magicians. Yeah, sure, I'll ship it. I just did a huge sale on my stream. I sell everything.
I saw, but I was working, and I was like, I can't comment.
Oh, by the way, it's like 250 euros combined, all those cards. So you might want to think like 2 times about that.
Yeah, people don't realize. I think those Ebb and Illusion jumps are like 20, 25, something like that.
Yeah, they're 40 now, 40 to 50. The apprentices are also 45 right now. It's wild.
Yes, the Shonen Jump Ebb and Illusions right now in the U.S. are $40.61.
Wow. I wonder what the Apprentice Illusion non-jump
The
ones
supers
are.
are also expensive.
It's,
Basically,
it's
all those
hard to.
cards are expensive right now.
You don't even realize how expensive those cards are until like after you've sold everything off out of the deck, and then it got expensive, and you're like, wait a minute, I sold
You
that
cannot,
card for
you cannot be angry
$6.
about. You cannot be angry about things you sold. That's just not how it works.
Let's see. The jump promo Apprentice Illusion is $27, but there's also the Super, which is like 10.
I mean, it
What I
makes
can be
sense.
happy about.
It's a little bit cheaper over at where you guys live because for us, they are American cards and American cards only, so we cannot have them. So it's more logic that they are expensive over here.
Yeah.
I never considered that. So y'all don't get the jump promos over there?
No, we don't have jump promos. Oh, you don't know this?
No, this is the first
Oh.
I'm hearing of this.
Oh yeah, you guys were having fun with Linkuriboh. We didn't have that card. You guys were having fun with Summon Source. We didn't have that card. You know what's actually the worst case of this? So you missed Apocryphal Towers format, right?
Correct.
All right. You know what outs Towers? Utopia the Lightning. We didn't have it. You know what
Oh,
also outs is?
no.
Diamond Crab King. Didn't have it.
Well, this is a perfect lead-in into the next bit, which was the difference between the European and the American meta.
I mean, that was back then. Like, jump promos are done now. There are not going to be any more jump promos.
I can only imagine
God.
what Stratos did.
Oh, I didn't play that time.
I
so
wasn't
have
playing
no
at that time
clue.
either, but
But
wow.
it has been like a huge issue of like differences between. Oh, you guys had the Trishula fusion as well, right? Yeah, Thunder Dragon, Dragon Link was like actually low-key insane, but nobody played it in the US, but we just couldn't play it because we didn't have Trish. And you guys just didn't play it, and we didn't get to play with it. Oh, it's so stupid.
I think there were some people that did the Thunder Dragon Link.
Man, you end on like six negates VFD Colossus.
It's disgusting.
You guys didn't play it. I don't know why. Didn't win an event. It's literally the most consistent version of Thunder Dragons ever as well. But Americans.
It'd be like that sometimes. I've got just as many questions about Americans as you do.
Yeah, I can figure it out.
Yeah, like we're going back into quarantine right now, even though guess what? We're both vaccinated, so.
Oh, must be nice. Yeah, I'm getting my second shot in 2 days, and so far so
5G
good for the
gang.
Netherlands. Yeah, exactly.
5G gang, rise up. We got ours. We were going to start the podcast sooner, like over the winter, around December to January, and we decided just like let's just wait until there's a vaccine because normally we record in studio together, but because we're like trying to mitigate right now, and we decided to just like break this up. We're remote recording anyway because we didn't want to fly to the Netherlands, so may
Why
as well
not?
just. You see, there's this thing called money, and its plane tickets are expensive, and then I'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks there and back. It's just a lot.
Fair enough.
I tell you what, though, I will tell you this: when the podcast makes it big, and we will be at YCS, Utrecht 1 year.
Nice. I'd love to see you guys there. I'm gonna travel to America as soon as things are opening up as well.
YCS Fort Worth would be the best one to come to.
There was like I was planning to go to the Niagara YCS. It was like literally just in my agenda. I almost bought tickets and then COVID.
See, I don't even. We came back to the game after they had already shut down all organized events.
Oh,
So-
why would you come back then?
I've been wondering the same thing.
Same.
Remote duel? What?
We
Why
don't
would
know
you do
why
that?
we came back. We literally, I want to say, actually, okay, first of all, I dragged Caleb kicking and screaming. I think I was talking with a friend of mine at work, and they mentioned that they used to play Yu-Gi-Oh with some friends, and I was like, oh man, so did I. And they were like, yeah, we had like Ninja Simorg decks, and I was like, oh, I was playing meta. I was going to YCSs and stuff, and they were like, what are those? I'm like, oh man. And then I just had to scratch the itch, and then I just got too deep in to get myself back out again. So
Yeah,
Nice.
I went and dropped $30 on the Shadal structure deck.
That's fine.
Well,
Did
$30
you?
to get 3 of them.
Nice.
it
It's
worked
a good
out.
purchase.
Very good.
Yeah.
I still use the deck.
Still have all those cards. I haven't played Shadows in like 2 years, I think.
Oh, you know,
It's
I
interesting that price point that came in at, that is so competitive.
I mean, Winda, haha.
yeah, Winda. You know, a month ago, I was in a tournament that was run by Femboy Yu-Gi-Oh over on he's on Twitter. I got 3rd place with Pure Shadal.
Nice. Winda,
Yeah.
haha.
Yeah,
Turns out Winda pretty good.
It was like Winda, Paleozoic Dynamiscus, setting super polling into a construct in defense mode.
Super Poly, haha.
There's no card that I hate in the game more that I think should be banned more than Super Poly.
You could just negate it. Mikazuchi.
If you
Misjudged.
I can negate Super Poly. All I have to do is stare hard enough at the guy that activated. He'll be like, no, I didn't mean to do
I
that.
just
I'm
summoned Fabled
sorry."
Unicorn. It's fine.
Oh yeah, Fabled Unicorn. Yeah.
It's the best card in
don't-
the game.
I don't know what Fabled Unicorn does.
Oh, if you have the same amount of cards in your hand as your opponent, every you can just negate stuff for free. But it can just, the way it's worded, it doesn't activate. You can just make stuff not resolve. Fabled Unicorn can negate Super Poly while under Mystic Mine. Fabled Unicorn can negate counter traps. Fabled Unicorn can negate everything he wants as long as you have the same amount of cards. It's the best card in the game. Everybody's sleeping on it. Also,
Oh yeah.
if your opponent just sets a card, you lose, but it doesn't matter.
No, Unicorn is stupidly good. The only
And stupidly unusable.
the only limiting factor on him is the fact that he requires a Fable tuner.
And the fact that your opponent has the same amount of cards in hand as you.
Yeah, it's a small downside.
Very small.
Yeah.
Very small. Easily, it's completely negligible.
He dies to set 1. Play.
Just play into it. If there's a Fabled Unicorn, you just play into it. That's just how it works.
Oh
Set
man.
1. Play the game.
Oh man, both of us have exactly 5 cards in hand. Normal summon a monster. Dang it.
If you're not gonna pass with Fabled with 5 cards in hand, but
Yeah, just for sake of argument.
yeah, exactly.
So with your transitioning back, with your recent success at the extravaganzas, with your growth as a content creator, which was actually my next question, how did you become a content creator? But with all of that, how did it feel to get the contact from Konami to commentate the YCS?
Oh, what you want to hear first? How I got a content creator?
Yeah, we'll do how you became a content creator, and then how the Konami contact came through.
Okay, the first one is a long story. The second one is a very short story. So back when I started, there was no pack, which is the only real person I would. I can see that, like. So the thing is, when I started, there were no good competitive content creators. Look at the big names. I love Nim Nim. His content is amazing, but he will not top a YCS anytime soon. I mean, he can try. I mean, he's doing really well, actually. But back then, he was a little bit off the radar. And he wasn't doing that. Sibo, I don't think he actually touched a physical card over the last like year, like regionals, etc. Farfa was just memeing around. Coder was a judge back then. He wasn't really that big. There was just no competitive content creators. And I was just like, I want to change this. There has to be a way where you can create content, deliver deck profiles, insight, discussion that is good, that is information, that has a lot to chew on, and that works for everybody. That's entertaining, fun, resourceful, and people can learn from it. And I just wanted to start that role. So I started with a couple of deck profiles just to get the feeling. And after a certain while, I realized that it kind of stuck. And yeah, from that point on, it was just, I'm a very competitive based channel. I work with a lot of very big names, Rafael Neff and Joshua Ooster from the Netherlands, also very international nowadays with remote dueling. Yeah, I just want to provide the best deck lists, the best discussion, and I also want it to be entertaining. So there's also the occasional meme and joke on the channel, and also fun and rogue, because I am a rogue player at heart. Yeah, that's kind of where it started. This has been a wild ride. We've evolved so much over time. There are a lot of people that have been sub to me for Subterror, but then there's also a lot of people that sub to me for Eldritch, and now there's a lot of people that are sub to me for like everything, even though I don't even play the former decks. So yeah, it's growing a lot. I just reached 3.8k viewer or subscribers today.
That's awesome.
It's growing hella fast. I've only been doing this for like 3 years. It's going super fast. Twitch as well. Yeah. It's an insane ride. It shows that the concept is working and that the idea is working. And yeah, I am not planning on stopping. I'm planning on reaching 10k. I want to have 4k subs before my birthday next Saturday, which is a big goal. If you don't aim big, you know.
Right.
And yeah, I want to get 10k. I think that's achievable. I want to do Twitch full time. That's the concept, and I think that with Master Duel coming up, it will be a reality eventually.
I think you're correct. I think Master Duel is a realistic avenue for Yu-Gi-Oh to become more of a competitive esport, and for Twitch Yu-Gi-Oh streaming to become more than just full-time being Farfa and Coder. No offense to them, they do a great job, but
yeah, I mean, I loved all the content creators back then, but I just wanted something. I make the content that I would watch, and I just wanted that. I'm sick and tired of back then, at least. Oh, I want to play this deck. Let's look up a deck profile, and it was either lithium or none, and I was just like, this doesn't work for me. There has to be a better way to do this. And the people that we have at locals, the friends that I surround myself with, they all have a very competitive mindset. So everything that I can post is like very close to correct for the time being. So yeah, that's kind of the thing I do now.
Yeah. You saw a niche that needed to be filled and decided to fill it yourself.
Yeah, and then Pack came along, but Pack's a whole different league. So
we kind of did the same thing with the podcast. We started about 3 months ago. We basically saw a niche that we felt needed to be filled, which was there was not a lot of like Spotify, Apple, iTunes available podcasts for Yu-Gi-Oh that were decent quality and updated like multiple times a week and gave you actual Yu-Gi-Oh content for both a competitive and casual player. So
yeah, I love the different media. I think it works really, really well.
I think that there's an enormous amount of players that, although Yu-Gi-Oh is a very visual game inherently through what it is, I think that there is an enormous amount of the player base that are people like me. Like I can't just watch Twitch and YouTube while I'm at work. I can't. It's hard to even let it go in the background. So for me, I need something like a Spotify podcast or an Apple Podcasts podcast. So that way I can like my music, just let it go in my headphones and keep working.
Yeah.
So
no, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah. that was the inspiration behind this. I was like,
It's kind of the same as I, right? Make the content you would like to watch, or in your case, listen to. Makes a lot of sense.
Right. The response, I feel like the response has been really good too. We are growing. What's the word I'm looking for? Exponentially. We're growing like crazy fast. We've obviously, it's wonderful to have a chat with you. It's really, it's surreal, honestly. Raphael Nevin is actually coming on the next episode.
Whoa, 3-time YCS winner, world's contender, Raphael Nevin. That's insane.
Yeah. He was nice enough. He was nice enough to respond to my out of nowhere DM on Twitter.
Yeah, Raphael wants to be on everything. It's fine with me as agent as long as he just gives me the deck profile. So
I saw I thought it was the best thing in the world that y'all recorded the deck profile before the event even concluded. Big brain.
And then also be on Konami live stream and also shouting it out. It's fucking marketing right there. That's how we do it.
It is.
That's the plan.
That's the Quanto level thinking. Shout out Quanto thinking.
Exactly. Also luck.
So that brings us though into the Konami contacting you to have you do the remote to YCS. It's a beautiful transition. I like that.
I cannot say anything about it. I signed a contract. I'm not even sure if I could say I signed a contract. But, no, I can just say it. I honestly don't care. I don't think they like me anyway. So they asked Steven to do it, Lithium, and they said to him, we would like it to be 2 persons. And he was like, okay. And then they said, we would prefer it if it was in the same house. And he was like, okay. They said, do you know someone? He said, yeah, I know someone. And he thought of me. That's everything that happened. I got a lot of messages asking me, did you email them? How did you get into contact? How did you do this? It was literally be friends with Steven and be a content creator and be able to drive to Belgium. That was all I had to do. Which is incredibly lucky. I'm very, very lucky. I understand that. I am lucky with the friends I have. I am lucky with the surroundings, with opportunities that I am given. And I like to think that I use them to full extent. But this was 100% luck. It was lucky that Steven thought of me in that moment. It was lucky that they allowed me to do it. It was lucky that the people that worked at Konami also looked at my name and said, no, this is fine. Because I know Konami is always watching. They are always watching. People think they're not. They know you guys probably. They know everyone. They are watching.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's a good. As long as you're doing good things, it's a good thing. Why do you think there's literally almost no Dueling Book content on my entire channel? It's because I want to work with Konami, and I hate Dueling Book myself, so that's also a big reason. But it's also to be a pro Konami content creator, right? That's just how it works. I'm not Steven. I cannot be lucky and say, welcome back to YGO Pro Duo video every time and still be on live stream. I can't do that. I'm a small YouTube content creator. I have to think about what I'm doing, which is why I try to keep my streams and my videos as less content that they would not like to see while still being me and doing the thing I love.
Right.
But yeah, this was mostly luck. Gonna be completely honest. Right time, right moment, and seize the opportunity.
The counterpoint to that is that you never would have been in that moment with that opportunity if you had not given yourself if you had not put yourself in that moment. You know what I mean? If you had not taken that step to become a content creator and to be competitive and to be known, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I just like people. I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So if I can talk to someone with Yu-Gi-Oh, it's fine. Back when there were YCSs, before I was a content creator, I used to sit next to Lithium. I know, I just walked up to him. He's Belgian, so it's really approachable for me because I'm Dutch. We just talked for a bit. It was nice, and then just walked away. I was this nice guy. And then back then we chilled again, and it was a lot of fun. And afterwards, he was doing deck profiles, and I was just sitting next to him. And at a certain point, someone came up to him and like, do you want to see my Salamangreat deck profile? After he already filmed 2 that are exactly the same. So what he did, he's a smart guy. He looked to me and asked me, do you think we need another deck profile? So I looked at the guy and I was like, play any decks? And he was like, I play Artifact the Sanctum. And I was like, no, we already got them. So he didn't have to tell the guy no, because it didn't matter who I was. I just say no to them. Who's this random guy? We don't need to send him a great deck profile number 152 that plays Sanctum like everyone else. And after that, we just did that for a while. It was like every time like someone came up to him, I have this deck profile. What's the deck list? I look at it and he was like, yeah, this is fine. Feature this. He's like, okay. It was a lot of fun. You're just sitting there, just vibing.
Get to be Lithium's manager, approving what he does. And
It was just fun. I mean, I didn't care so much for the deck profile. I just like spending time with him. He's a cool guy. We're having fun conversations. So yeah. And even now, we like a couple of months ago, he sent me a message on Facebook, and he was like, "Yeah, did you see the new YouTube update? We have to pay taxes to America." I was like, "Oh, yeah, I did it like a couple of days ago. Oh, you want to help me?" And then I was FaceTiming with Lithium, talking about taxes in Europe versus America, and it was just like super weird. Still kind of starstruck, but he's a good friend. So it was also a lot of fun at YCS at his house. It was a very lovely welcome, and a lot of fun. And just hanging out with him is a lot of fun. So yeah.
I have actually never I never really knew who Lithium was, because when we quit playing the game, he wasn't like big like he is now. And so coming back into the game, it was like, hey, Tatsym's on, because I'm on Twitter a lot. Hey, cool, Tatsym's commentating. Who is that commentating with him? And it's like, Lithium, let me go look him up. Oh, he's got like 70,000 subs.
Yeah, Lithium's huge.
Oh, he's the OG. Okay.
Yeah, Lithium has been here for a while. He's not the biggest, but he's one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Without him, the content creating scene would have never been where it was, honestly. He's doing God's work.
Absolutely. Honestly, I think anybody that chooses to see what people say to people in the community, like I'm sure you've seen comments on your videos that are like, why would somebody say that? So to know that those comments are coming and stuff, and still choose to be like, yeah, I want to do this. It's like, that's brave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, incredibly.
So my next question is, do you see yourself more as a player or content creator? Because being such a competitive player and content creator, which do you think, are you more player first, creator first?
I think that's a difficult question. I mean, if I was asked, or do you want to, let's say there's a YCS this weekend, and let's say they ask me, you want to commentate next weekend? I'm not going to say yes, because I'm going to play the YCS. And after that, I'll say yes if I didn't top, I am a content creator at heart, and I am Tatsym. I am the brand. This is just what I do. If I play Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm Tatsym. I'm very disconnected from like my real name. I don't associate those at all. When I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm with Yu-Gi-Oh friends. I'm just very different than at work or with the girlfriend and stuff. Mostly because it's just branding, and also it's just because that's just kind of who I am. So I think I'm a little bit of both. I mean, if I'm playing a tournament and someone wants a deck profile, I mean, if I have time, I'll do it. And if I'm not playing, I'll just do a deck profile. I don't think there's like a big difference between being a player or a content creator. I think I'm always myself, which I value a lot. But I don't really think there's a big difference, like content creator over player. I think I'm just always me, and it's always one and the same. Kind of catch my drift.
Absolutely. It's sometimes the best is to be neither, just be yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely make a just have like that lack of separation, because I've personally found that especially with your content, having that, oh, I'm not I'm not in player. I'm in player mode. I'm in content creator mode. Not having that has when you're actually creating content, it makes it flow a little better. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it's just true. It's also a lot of people said that the commentary that we did at the YCS was one of the best commentary I ever heard because it was finally someone talking that knew what was going on. Which is what I strived to do. I mean, I don't want to hate on Marcello. He's an amazing player. I don't hate on Billy Brake or Jerome or any of the other guys. They're an amazing team, but they are missing playing the game every day. I mean, Jerome plays the game. He had some cool insights, but 100% control of what's going on. I mean, even I don't have that, but I am a little bit closer than them. I don't want to be like egocentric. I don't want to play them down. I think for a commentary ship, you need a team. I had Lithium, which was the calm and relaxed side, and the one that had the discussions ready. And there was me, who was energetic, hyped, and super analyzing the game and talking back and forth. And that played off each other extremely well. But you need that one person that plays the game. I play every deck. I know every deck because I love the game. And I feel like Marcello, who back in the day was one of the best players, if not the best player. But I don't think he's still playing. And that just makes it very difficult to commentate. So I do think that people come to my channel because when I'm sitting down and doing a deck profile, I can talk to my opponents about their choices and question them, which some people really disliked. I remember doing the deck profile of Bart Ladru at the YCS. He was playing Shadow Invoked, which is a good deck yet Winda. But people were commenting, why is this guy talking over the deck profile? But I wasn't talking over him, I was talking with him. And a lot of people were not. This was one of the first times that I think that actually has happened. Like I'm not like, oh, I'm the first content creator that did that, but it was the first time where like a deck profile went really well. And I'm not Steven. I'm just like, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to YCS London. Today we are back with Shadow Invoked Dogmatica. Anything you want to say before we go into the deck profile? No, okay, film. And then the deck profile is done. And any shout outs? No, okay, thank you guys for watching. That's it. No, it's my channel. It's my channel. I talk. You're on my channel.
Right.
And sometimes I say less, of course, but there are also times that I just talk. If I see something interesting, I'm just gonna ask them. Because I mean, I am in this video too. I can ask questions. It's interesting as well. But people were all like commenting, why are you talking through him so much? And I was like, no, it's just a video. And I asked Bart, the guy that did Backroad, I was like, was I interrupting you the whole time? And he's like, no, I thought it was very chill and I played off it very well. And I was like, okay, and I guess it's good.
That makes me want to ask, when you interviewed and did the deck profile for Raphael Nevin, should I ask him about tech choices or not? Because now I'm wondering.
What do you mean? You can just ask.
No, you were saying that some players get like a little testy when you ask them about like, why did you play this over this? Why did you?
Oh no, just ask him. Okay. He probably doesn't know because he didn't build the deck. But you should just ask him. Trash talking Raphael Nevin, 3-time ICS contester. He doesn't make his own decks.
Change your Twitch title to that.
Tatsym. Yeah, that's a good alias. Oh, Twitch trash talking Raphael Nevin. Yeah, I'll write a rep about it and perform that. Just give me 5 minutes. Yeah. No, you could definitely I think that's interesting content. And if you're a good pro player, I mean, Raphael knows he's fucking big. He knows he's one of the best. So he wants to elaborate. So you should just ask him. But there are people.
I was playing the Tri Brigade build, and I was playing the cat build, and it felt a little clunky and stuff. And then I tried his build out, and I was like, wow, this is perfect. I need to ask him about all of this.
Yeah. So updated deck profile will be up on my channel Saturday if you're interested in that. Because we have updated from the YCS deck profile. And then next week we're gonna have an updated deck profile. That's how we make the content, boys. The same deck 3 times, 4 different cards, but we get the views anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We will update our description Saturday with a link to that when it airs.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because this episode will air Friday.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you do your deck profiles more like a conversation rather than a here it is, which I personally really enjoy over just here's the deck.
Yeah. I mean, I know why you play one Gazelle, and I know why you play two Spinny, and I am not interested why you play 3/2 or 2/3. It's just
Right.
I mean I have made videos that I am less proud of than others, where because I have an upload schedule and I like consistency. I want to have a video up
Yes.
every other day. So yeah, there are videos where I have done a deck profile where I'm just like this. I just don't have much to say. Here is a video. But whenever I have time and energy, I would like to do that. So yeah, whenever I'm sitting across someone, I would have to have that extra dialogue. I would have to have that extra information in. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah. We that's something we like pride ourselves on. Even like when I went on vacation, like we recorded in advance. Like if you don't stick to the extremely consistent upload schedule, then um it in my opinion that's like something you can pride yourself on is like similar to how the progression series and the history of Yu-Gi-Oh series, for better or worse, they're there every
yeah,
Monday, every Friday, about noon our time. And that was something that series was already around when we started this. And I said, this is the right model. You want to be here every Tuesday, every Friday around 8 a.m. our time. It's there, you know?
yeah. I mean that's just key. People come back for that. They know
Right.
what you're. You know, why would you subscribe to someone on Twitch if you don't know when they're going to be live next time? Why would you
Right.
you're going to subscribe on someone because you want to see their videos? But if you're subscribed and there are no videos, then it makes no sense. It's just be consistent. And for some people, you know, for a Rata, you know, he would grow super huge if he would have just uploads more videos. He just doesn't because he just doesn't care, and that's fine. That's fine. But from a marketing standpoint, it makes zero sense.
So I'm gonna power through there to the next big topic, which I'm just gonna try not to keep you too much longer because I know it's getting very late over there.
Oh, don't
Uh,
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
okay.
I don't need
So
sleep.
it brings up the different sleep is for the week. It brings us to the next topic, which is the EU format versus the North American format. And while they're both TCG, it's both the same ban list. It's pretty much the same release dates within a day or so, generally. It is a pretty different format. The
Yeah,
mindset is different. The deck choices are different. The play style is different. It is different. I was wondering if you could help highlight some of that because, like I said, we've only been back in the game a year and we don't really know all the intricacies of that. We haven't even had live events since we've
yeah.
been back.
I think that European meta is solved faster a lot of the times. First of all, I'm biased. I'm European. We are better than you guys. That's just it. But it has reasons. I think that the overall level of player in America is just kind of a little bit more flatlined because you guys have just more players and less good players. And Europe has like good players everywhere. It's
Mhm.
when I go to my locals, I have two YCS topping players and one that went to Worlds. Don't know, do you have that at your locals? But that's like Germany, Greece, Italy, France. They all have that. UK.
Right.
I think that we have less players and more good players. Also, our events are like Yu-Gi-Oh on hardcore mode. Well, you guys have easy mode. Because I don't know if you guys know, but your YCSs are bigger. But do you know how much
Really?
benefit that gains? We have more than 2,100 46 players. You go from top 16 to top 32, or from top 32 to top 46. Yeah, that's it. From top 32 to top 64.
64.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we never get that. So we are also
Really?
always stuck like a little bit over 2K, which is not enough for top 64, which means that out of half of X2 players, they just don't top. Well, in America,
Wow.
if you go X2, you're probably topping. In Europe, nah, you're not topping. Maybe you're topping. I
Right.
was
You got like a 50-50 shot.
yeah, I was X2 at YCS London, which had more than 2,000 participants, barely under the top 64 mark, and I got 46. But X2, 2 losses. I won 9.
Wow.
Doesn't matter. Didn't top. Worth nothing.
Because you
So yeah,
because you were they
our
were just a few
YCSs.
short.
Yeah, our YCSs are Yu-Gi-Oh on hardcore mode. So we have a lot more people trying their hardest in a smaller environments, which is like
Right.
significantly different from America. Yeah, you guys have a lot of great players too. Honestly, just the best. But yeah, our formats just differ because of play styles as well. Like you guys don't really want to play combo, and combo is like huge over here. And I feel like a lot of the American players are just a little bit laid back. Like they want to be up to date, but they're up to date on the not the previous list, but the list before that. And here, everyone is like on the previous list, and there are only a couple on the top list. And our
Right.
couple on the top lists are like, let's say, 16 players, when the American equivalent of that is 4 players. So I think that's like a difference. So I don't think
Right.
there's anything that you guys can actually do about it. It's not that you are worse because you are worse. It's just circumstantial.
What we can do is take advantage of it and top
I mean,
those.
if you're not the best player, it helps. If you're the best player, it also helps. If you're the best player here, you can still go X2 at YCS. Don't top, haha.
I'm not the best player though.
No, you're not. Doesn't matter. You can top a YCS.
Let's do it.
Everybody
Actually,
can top
for
a
us,
YCS.
we have in the state of Louisiana, as far as I know, we have one YCS winner and maybe 2 or 3 people that have topped the YCS, and that's about it. I think part of what gets lost in the discussion of us having a bigger player base is that even though the events are statistically larger, like not a lot of the player base in America is like hyper casual because it's so incredibly difficult for American players to get to locals and to get to premier events.
Oh yeah.
We
You
never
never
have a regional within 2 hours of our house.
really.
Yeah,
Yep.
never.
How long do you have to travel for locals, if there's locals?
The closest locals to us is about 50 miles, so like an hour drive.
No.
Yep.
Uh,
Our primary local is actually our sponsor, ETB, over in
Transition into the quick sponsorship. Let's go.
yeah, it's real quick. Yeah, like that's like an hour to an hour and a half drive, depending upon traffic.
Right. So while we're here, it's been mentioned. We're just gonna throw this in real quick. A huge shout out to our sponsor. This is only our second episode that they've been our sponsor. Thank you so much, ETB Games in Alexandria, Louisiana. For those that listen that are close in Texas and Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, you can pretty easily and quickly get to ETB. It's very centrally located. It's pretty much a 3-hour drive from everywhere, and they host large tournaments about once a month, and then as well as obviously locals every week, multiple times a week. I say what large tournaments, they do case tournaments, they do Starlight giveaways, they do pretty much all the major tournaments that you can host at a locals level. So huge shout out to ETB Games. There's a link in the description below. Be sure to check them out. Sorry, I gotta do that. We're contractually obligated.
no, that's fine. I mean, if I leave my house right now, I'm at my locals in 10 minutes walking.
Walking?
Walking.
Wow.
It used to be 5, but I moved.
If I walk to my locals from here, it would literally take me all day and then some. When we say we drive an hour, we mean like 70 miles per hour, like flying down the
I have another locals in Leiden. If it's busy with traffic, 30 minutes. I have another local in Spijkenisse next to Rotterdam. That is a solid 40-minute drive. Just like Hilversum, also a solid 40-minute drive. But I usually don't go there because I think that traveling 40 minutes for locals is ridiculous.
Yeah, for us it's about 55 minutes from my house. So if I go pick Caleb up first, which is 10 minutes the opposite direction, and then go, it's like an hour 15 basically. That's the closest one, and we do that trip almost weekly for certain. But we only go like once a week. I mean, we go all day. We don't like go.
Yeah, you have to do that.
during
I do
the
it whenever I go to one of the bigger travels. I also just spend the day there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my locals is there.
Yeah. we have another one that we go to. It's a much larger shop. They average. Listen, I'm saying much larger. Their average locals is about 20 to 25.
Well, that's our locals too, without COVID circumstances.
Yeah. That well, we're in the South. We're in the deep American South. That's sadly, people still get together here. So,
We are just ignoring everything at this point in the Netherlands, so don't worry about it.
okay.
I've been
I don't feel
ignoring
bad
everything
saying
since
it.
we reopened anyway, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, real quick, for those who don't know, 50 miles is about 80 kilometers. I figured I should throw that out there.
No, ours like 50 miles. I like this arbitrary number that has no meaning for me. It must be long.
Yeah. Then I remembered. Oh wait, South
Yeah.
America, 80 kilometers.
Can you
I
tell me
didn't
how
even
many
think about
feet
that.
that is? What the fuck's a feet?
So 50 miles is 20.
I don't actually want to know. Feet is
Okay, well, I'm
more
just saying
arbitrary to
it's
me.
250,000 feet. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus, that's a lot of food. You
A
just
lot of
chop
feet.
it for what?
That's a lot of ashes. That's a lot.
That's a lot of ashes. Yeah.
It's a lot of ashes. I have heard other players say that I know that if you watch some of Billy Break's deck profiles when he went to YCSs in Europe, he'll say in the deck profiles, he's like, it's insane. The European players are just better. The player base is just better there.
Yeah. If you go
He'll say-
like 6-0 at a YCS, you're no longer having fun. I remember when I was like not this level. I'm not still not like good, but when I was like okay-ish, I was just like go to YCS, go 5-0, lose 3 times in a row, and I did that three YCSs long. Solid performance. It was a lot of fun. Just knowing you hit that wall, and they're like, okay, this opponent is better, and I know it, and then it's just solid.
They're just better. It's just all there is to it. Sorry.
What do?
Yeah, that's like if me and you did a remote duel right now. I'm sure I get smacked. I'm positive.
No, that's all mind games. If you have the mindset that you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. Just
I
how it
tell
works.
everybody that. That way they all get overconfident. I smack them.
Nice, that's solid. I mean, if I can 1v1 you right now. I literally have a bunch of cards, but I'm sure it will suffice here.
If when we get out of this call, if you are not too tired, I don't think I won't. I will absolutely. So
maybe another time. I like the podcast, but to duel afterwards, it's gonna take a little toll on me. So
hey, I did it with
I'd
Skyhawk.
love to remote duel you. I'd love to return the favor and get you on for my show.
Absolutely. I was doing I think that Skyhawk is actually a moderator in our Discord server. Skyhawk is actually
Skyhawk's cool.
He's very nice. He was one of our first guests, and he is. Me and him were remote dueling the other day, and he was playing his Fluffle, and I was playing like basically Nevin's list, and I was like, "Wow, he's
How do you
just
lose?
better than me."
Yeah.
Well, no, he's just better than me. That's how I lose. It's a good deck. Nevin's list is like
I won
incredibly
locals
solid.
with that yesterday.
With Nevin's list.
So easy.
The deck really does play itself. I was watching.
No. If you have that
It's very
mindset, then
linear.
yeah, I see why you're losing. Yeah.
Okay, the deck is fairly linear.
Yeah, but like, the deck is super average. By no
It's
means
fair.
it's good. Yeah, you have to play like perfect to win with an average deck. It's like a very fair deck. You're not like any broken
Right.
stuff. I don't even think Revolt is that good.
I was
Yeah, but
listening to somebody and they were saying that Revolt is like Soul Charge if Soul Charge was bad. Like it's the worst version of Soul Charge.
yeah. Oh, Monster Reborn for 4. Yeah, but they're gone. So Doesn't really do
Yeah.
anything. I mean, it's nice. It has follow, but that's like certain rules. And if you miss any of them, you lose. You have to play it out perfectly. You have to have follow up. You have to think ahead. You have to play correctly. You have to use your stuff correctly because you only have a banish. Bro, how are you gonna win with a banish? Come on. Did you just play Regeki Break? Does the same. But, thank you for the raid, by the way, Token. Welcome everybody to the Top Cut podcast. If you missed this, you can check them out. They have a cool podcast on Spotify. Here's the link for the Twitter. Smile.
Thank you so much.
Also obligated to, just like you sponsor, I have to give shout outs to people that are following me and rating me.
Absolutely. That is always fair.
I have to write the name on the whiteboard. I should actually go do that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
So, actually, I will give you a chance to do that because we are about to wrap up. I think we're roughly an hour and some change in, which is where we usually like to pretty much kill it.
It's a sweet spot for the podcasts, yeah.
It really is. We are going to do some quick plugs. I would love for you to go first, though, because you're the guest of honor.
All right. Yeah, so I've been Tatsym. Thank you so much for having me on. I am a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber and Twitch streamer. You can follow me on youtube.com/Tatsym. That's TATSYM. Twitch.tv/Tatsym. I am also a growing Twitter content creator because apparently that's a thing I've learned half a year ago. So if you guys can go follow me on there, which is Tatsym Delta, I think it's my tag because someone took Tatsym, which is like
where did Tatsym come from? What is the name Tatsym?
Oh, that's a secret for 10k subs.
Everybody go sub. I need to know.
It's gonna be extremely underwhelming for 10k people. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, definitely come check out if you like deck profiles of meta, casual, discussion, play. I do a lot. I have a lot of cool guests up on my stream as well. Fifth Rate Duelist, Elysium, Hypnocorn comes on here sometimes as well. Right now, the Top Cut podcast, it's just a bunch of random guys, but you know, whatever it happens. And you're
getting in early. You're getting in early. That's what it is. That's all it is.
Exactly. You guys are gonna roast me afterwards. So yeah, come check me out. Trust, I'm good. Come, please follow me. I need increasing numbers to help me ease my mental state.
Well, Tatsym, thank you so much for coming on today. It really means the world that you would be willing to just respond to random Twitter requests and come on much smaller programs.
Oh, I love random Twitter requests. You guys were nice.
Well, you're about to get a lot of random Twitter requests. I'm just gonna let you know. They might all be me, and they might be the weirdest requests. But if you like random Twitter requests, you're gonna get them.
Can't wait.
Oh boy.
Can't wait.
Everyone, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We ask that you please follow us on Twitter at Top Cut Podcast. I am at DatChumley, although I'm pretty much exclusively on the podcast Twitter at this point. And at JamTheMan17 is Caleb's Twitter. We ask that you please follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you're on Apple Podcasts, you can leave us a rating and a review. It helps just like comments on YouTube help the algorithm, ratings and review on Apple Podcasts helps that algorithm because they can put you further up and down in the search results, and it makes a difference. We ask that you please go follow Tatsym on everything he just listed. Drop him a subscribe on Twitch. Drop him follows and comments and everything and likes on YouTube. It helps out everything, and it makes everybody happy. So. And also check out our sponsor, ETB Games, and our sister YouTube channel, Team Dark Arm Dealings.
Yeah, please comment Karma Cut is an amazing card in the comment section so I know you came from here.
Please do. And if anybody wants to send us ulti Karma Cuts, feel free to do so. I want a whole binder full of them.
I'll give you bonus points if you do the German name. It's the best name.
And if you DM me on Twitter the German name of Karma Cut, I'll know you came from here because I don't know the German name and I'll have to Google it. So
I'll tell you after.
Okay. What is the main language of
English?
The Netherlands? Oh,
It's Dutch. Dutch. Well, I thought that you meant for Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's Dutch. We speak Dutch,
okay.
which is
So is
a weird version of German, basically.
I'm gonna be honest. I always thought Dutch was German.
Fair. It's just fair.
All right, that'll wrap us up, everybody. That'll take us out. And thank you so much again.
Take care,
Sorry, I don't
everybody.
speak hamburger. Jesus. Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody.